And we're live. Okay. Somehow I managed to still be 10 minutes late after pushing back the pushing the stream time back, but it is what it is. Anyways, this is I'm on the wrong tab. This is day 137. Did I change this? Yeah. Okay. Day 137 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time we fixed a really nasty bug that was caused by the way what was it? It was caused by the way that I tiled trees, I think. Yeah, it was a really rough bug. I spent like half an hour, but that was resolved. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. This time we have like one more, I guess, large bug that I need to get fixed. But then after that, I think we will. I think we will be pretty close to done with liveness analysis. I don't have a great way of like validating it, so we will have to see what happens. But hopefully it's all correct. I don't particularly see what would be incorrect about it. Maybe I'll like cross-check against like my implementation from the class I took like 2 years ago. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and then I think after today's stream, probably like the next stream, I will implement like grouping by function, because that will I guess that will help with code gen later on, and just keeping my data structures clean, I guess. Let me respond to someone on Discord real quick. Okay. Debugging is terrible? Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad if the debugger is helpful, but I don't know. I guess it's just been kind of rough for me here because I couldn't like look directly into the set. And I also just didn't really know what was causing the bug, because the bug was just completely somewhere completely different from where I was looking, at least. My words per minute, I don't know actually. Let's do a quick typing test instead of actually doing work. Monkey type. Yeah, let's do that. Let's quote. Let's do that. That number. That's the number. Anyway, let's all of that aside, let's actually start writing some code. Okay. What was I looking at here? Oh, I changed this so I could rebuild the regression tests. That's what's happening there. So I should be looking in backend now. Real quick, the thing that I'm trying to resolve here is this assert failure, which is caused by which test is this? I think it was op, right? There's a lot of output, but I think, yeah, this is the op test. And the reason the op test is failing is the reason the op test is kind of, I guess, failing right now is because we have like this constrained register structure, and we're reading that, or we're like doing comparisons with all the other registers right now, and that should equal a certain register, but it doesn't. So we ideally need to do something about that. I think we could do like a dynamic cast, and then If it's, I guess we could just like treat it as the underlying register and then immediately like, or I guess add an edge during regalloc at least. Or at least like maybe pre-color it somehow. I'm not really sure how I want to represent that yet. Yeah, maybe I could do that. That could be interesting. Yeah. So I guess we look in here. Where? Here? I guess operand, right? So yeah, so this constrained register thing. I guess it's a register with like a virtual register constraint on it. I'm not really sure what the best way to represent this is though. Or at least like in interference. I guess we could look at the book, right? Hopefully this gives something. There should be something that's useful at least. There's also a chance there's not, but... Level parser for the maze runner. This reads the level from the text file and makes the wall orientation match. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty fun at least in a way. Okay. One of them is live at a definition point of the other. That probably means I could simplify the algorithm a lot, but I want to start learning compiler development. What's the best starting point? Program in Rust. Ooh. Okay, well, if you already are comfortable with Rust, I think it shouldn't be that bad. I think the best place to start is just like the usual starting points I recommend. So we have what's it called? Crafting interpreters. Everyone's favorite webbook. We all love this. It'll get you used to thinking about things in like a programming language-y way. And then after you like work through this, I think the next one is writing a C compiler by Nora Sandler. I think those two should largely be sufficient. Yeah, this is the second recommendation. Okay. So I'm trying to think what the best way to constrain this is. I guess we could just like pre-color it. Yeah, we should probably figure out like a pre-color. We should probably have like a separate pre-color pass. I don't think we should worry about it too much here. Because it's still just like the register at least. Yeah, okay. So I guess we could kind of just take out the value and call it a day, and then we can like leave the remainder of the information encoded. Yeah. So let's go to interference. This is not fun actually. I guess we could just like check the type of register it is, and if it's a constrained register, we just take out the inside register maybe. And I guess same goes for like add edge maybe. Yeah, this is rough. I guess if we scroll through here, this is the place where this matters. So I guess we can't really iterate through this very cleanly. Let's go to Project. I'm working on the part of my compiler that turns variables into like the registers on your CPU, because we have a limited number of registers and we can have potentially infinite variables. So we need to map it down somehow. Okay, I'm struggling to figure out what the best place to clean this up is. Maybe we could... Actually, when printing this, does it print like the constrained register? Or in liveness, at least? I'm kind of curious what that looks like. Yeah, okay, it definitely does that. So that's not what we want here, at least. Let's go, Jake Heisen. Good to see you. I am still in compiler land, at least. I guess that's pretty obvious given the fact that I'm still streaming, but like, yeah. So I'm working on the part that turns variables into registers. Getting started with LeetCode and super hard. I think you should start. I think a good place to start is NeetCode stuff. So like NeetCode has like a good roadmap. I would probably follow as much of this as possible, either the 150 or even just the blind 75. I think those are great starting points. For each problem, I would give it like 20 minutes, just like trying to think about the problem, and or trying to solve it. If you can, then great. If you can't, then I would like watch his video, not stare at the solution yet, but at least watch his video, look at like his explanation of it, and then from there try to solve it and like try to type up the code. And then if you still can't do that, then like follow along the video. And the goal is at some point you will be able to get it just after like the explanation, and then after a while you'll be able to get it without the explanation. That's kind of how I approached LeetCode, at least. Do you think it's fine if I do most of the problems in C++ or try some in Python? Up to you. I don't think there's a bad answer here. Both are like pretty fine for interviews. Just whatever you're more comfortable with, at least. Is this day 137 straight? No. There have been some days I've skipped. All of the days that I have skipped, I've been pretty transparent about. At least in my YouTube announcements, at least. You can probably count the number of days. But I don't remember off the top of my head. Right now studying SIMD and vectorization. Ooh, those are fun areas. I also want to learn more about those, but it'll be a while until I really get a chance to think about them, at least. Okay, so I think the place I want to fix this is in liveness, actually. So I guess I think in our resolve operand thing, I think we want to fix that. We don't need to change the header at all. Check operand, I guess. Okay, so we want, instead of register, constrained register. Virtual register is fine because we can just insert that, but constrained register we have to handle differently. Yeah, so we want to, I guess we could probably throw this in here. Maybe. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, like this. Yeah, so we can just do this double dynamic cast. I don't think it's the end of the world. Like either we do it up at the top or we do it in here. Maybe I should put it at the top, actually. Finished learning about string views. Ooh. I like learned about them at one point. I do not remember them because I have not really done a lot of like string processing, at least. So that's something I should learn about again at some point, but it is what it is. Here we want to change this to constrained. We want to get red. No, that's not what we want. Okay, what do we want from this again? This is very unfortunate. Okay, let's look at how we designed this data structure again, because I don't remember that. It takes a virtual reg. So the register that comes from should just exist. So we can just get name, or we want to make a new register. So auto inner reg. So we want om here, register, and we just give it the name. Yeah, like that. And then we just insert inner reg like that. And I think that should be good if that's constrained register. Do you use any AI plugins in NeoVim? I thought about it. I did for a while. If you like scroll through my commit history in my .dot files, there was like Copilot and Vim for a while. But nowadays I don't use any. It just doesn't really fit my workflow, and like I barely use autocomplete as is, so it just feels like a little bit it feels like a little bit odd for me to use AI autocomplete as well. And also, like, at that point I'm not even really doing the thinking, at least. Is it LSP you're using? Technically yes, it is LSP, but I barely use it, at least. Like, for the most part I kind of just type things out, I feel like. What is a good resource to learn this? What are you referring to with this? Like compiler stuff, the C++ stuff that's happening in chat, NeoVim. How many classes does this compiler have so far? I'm not sure. Is there a good way to count that? There's definitely a lot. It's probably in like the hundreds if I had to guess. Actually, let's find source. Class? Yeah, okay. Okay, how do I count lines? Okay, this is a quick little Unix learning moment. Unix count lines in output. WC, okay. So we can run that. So find source, that gives us everything in the source directory. So all of the files there. And then xargs grep class gives searches those files for, I guess, this pattern, which is the word class. And then we use wc-l to count lines. Okay, we're having issues with directories, so -type f. Okay, so 161 lines that contain the word class. So I'm fairly sure that means we have 161 classes. There could be some instances that are like, there might be like one or two like random edge cases. Like, do we count enum classes? But yeah, I guess that's probably like a good estimate at least. Comments? Yeah, there might be. I'm not really sure if I have any comments with it though. Oh wait, yeah, there were commented ones up here. Yeah. Okay. Let's filter with spaces as well. Like that. There we go. 144 excluding other slush. But yeah, it's still quite substantial. Compiler stuff, I see. Yeah, I think if you're curious about, or if you want to like learn one through writing one yourself, I think the two recommendations I gave earlier are pretty good. So crafting interpreters, writing a C compiler. Yeah, I think these would be my two recommendations. This is like helpful for thinking about like programming languages. Writing a C compiler is like more into the nitty gritty of compiler stuff. If you're interested in like the theory, I think looking through some college classes slides would be a quick way to go through it. I also think this book that I'm looking at right now, Advanced Compiler Design and Implementation, it's like a bit of an old book, but it's very dense. It has a lot of information on just a bunch of the optimizations and the various stuff that happens there, at least. Started learning embedded systems with my ESP32. Ooh, yeah, embedded is really cool. I don't fully understand embedded yet, to be honest. I kind of wish I knew, but that's something that I have to tackle at a later point in time. Did you finish writing some kind of compiler or still not? Still working on it. Right now I'm working on the part that turns variables into registers. Okay, let's run this again. It doesn't have issues anymore, which is good. Does it still print the constraint registers? Yes. Okay. So if we look here, we don't have like a weird alternate register sort of, which is nice. Okay, I think that's kind of the change we wanted, to be honest. Why are the tests failing? Were they failing? Okay, no, they weren't failing. That's good. Okay, let's add this real quick. Okay, what did I even change? Yeah, this is a really small thing that just passed under the radar for me. Starting super simple Wi-Fi scanner. Ooh. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. I think like just starting with the tools that you're given is like a really great place to start, and then from there, if you wanted to like rebuild things from scratch, it's interesting as well. Okay, well, this is really awkward because I've technically completed like the goal for this stream, but I kind of want to stream more still. So I think I will continue. I will start thinking about grouping by function. So constrained registers are like, so this was like our big goal, and I think we're technically done with interference then, that means. But just to stretch out the stream a little bit, I think I will do group by function. LeetCode, I don't know. I don't particularly feel like doing LeetCode right now. It's a little bit like off season for me at least. I probably should, but why do LeetCode when I can work on real problem? Okay, let's do this redesign, or let's at least like start this redesign. Yeah. So we have. I guess we want to start in LAR. So instead of just a program containing a list of instructions, I propose that we add a function sort of abstraction. We'll go work on progress. That's also fair. Yeah, let's steal this real quick. Yeah, okay. So OM still lives here, which is fine. Try and Rust in the ecosystem's not great. That's fair, yeah. I guess like Rust is like kind of awkward for embedded, from what I've heard. But also like my OS prof last quarter was like working on an embedded OS, and that is mostly in Rust, but there was a whole lot of unsafe Rust. So I guess there is a degree of abstraction there that kind of insulates. But it was like still really interesting to look at least. Yeah, I guess this makes sense here. We should replace this though with like functions. We definitely need that. Let's just steal this constructor as well. Instead of program, this will be function. We don't need that anymore. I think that's it, to be honest, here. I don't think there's much else to put in this. Or I guess 2-string would be good. Right? I think all of my other memory representations had a 2-string, right? Basic block had 2-string, yeah. Okay, I should probably do that then. Okay. C++, your favorite language? What are your thoughts on it versus Rust? Honestly, I enjoy writing Rust more, but there are times where I'm like, this would be way easier to write in C++. But also I think Rust is just like, I think Rust is probably the future. Like, I think the fact that it brackets out entire groups of errors is just really powerful, and I don't think that's really something that you can that's not really something you can like turn a blind eye to, at least. The language is still very young though, so we'll see how it evolves at least. Here instead of instruction we want function. We need to replace this. Yeah, we just want to do that, I guess. Oh, we should rename instructions. Okay. We also want to encode some other stuff in function, but I will save that for next time at least. That I will like actually save for next time, because I think there's enough rewriting here. Or maybe I should do now. Yeah, we should probably give it a name. Yeah, so we definitely want a name here. Do you think someone needs to learn automata theory first to learn the parser and lexer part? I don't think so. I think I'm not sure if it's valuable to learn, because I just do not know a lot about it, to be honest. I got away with at least understanding parsing to some degree without necessarily learning it formally. Like maybe if I read about it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't think it's like 100% necessary from just like a raw theory perspective. Okay, what else was I missing in a function? I think number of arguments was probably a really useful thing that I was missing. I think I will start with this, and then we will see what else I need to add to it. Yeah, this is miserable to implement here. I think I need like, yeah. uint 64 num args or params, I guess. And then I guess we want like stack args maybe? Can I have the same class name in different namespace? Yes. The whole point is to, I guess the whole point of namespaces is to avoid these sorts of collisions, at least. Okay, what do I do here? I think I want like stack space as another thing here. Yeah, I think this is the amount of info I want to encode into this. So we just want to set this, and then yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's do it like that, I think. I guess stack bytes maybe, I don't know. That might be more precise. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. Okay, let's take that. Let's throw that there. Actually, why am I recording a macro for this? This is overkill. Yeah, let's do that. How can I download your NeoVim configs? I think I have install information in the dot files, but so you have like, presumably you know where the repo is. So you realistically inside the .nvim file. Actually, let me just show you. Dot files. There we go. Yeah. So inside here, or I guess it should technically be in here. There's this .config neovim file. I guess you could go all the way in here into .config, and then you want to copy the nvim directory into your .config. It's just like the usual place where the neovim config lives, wherever that is on your machine. Usually, I think by default it's .config, unless you've done some like really strange configuration stuff. Yeah, that should work, but yeah, your mileage may vary. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I need expressively in terms of the function. I don't think the program needs a whole lot more. It's kind of just a big wrapper. Yeah. So now I guess we have the C++ file, or we have the header updated. So now we need to update the C++ file. Oh boy. Okay, let's just copy all of this over like that instead. This is where like having AI autocomplete would be useful, to be honest. Yeah, but I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, okay. We also need to do the thing. Did I spell this wrong? Wait, what? What? Wait. Oh, bytes. That's what it's called. Yeah, we should change that. Let's do that. Let me just fix all of these real quick. This should be pretty boilerplatey. We should also update this real quick. We need to copy function. How'd I do that one? Instructions like that. And then toString we will just to do for now. Yeah, there we go. What is wrong here? Does not return. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. We could also probably just steal this stuff, to be honest, for the most part. I think this is pretty safe. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And then we need to, I guess we just need to make an extra label, but I think we can just add a to-do for that for now. So we add label, or I guess entry label, or function call label maybe. To do yeah, I think that's reasonable here. I guess we could just like print these as like other information about the function maybe. Or we don't even have to make this one-to-one with assembly. This is like an interesting design choice. If I'm gonna like treat if I want to treat CodeGen separately anyway, I think it's fair to like kind of do something interesting with this. Yeah, let's just like std string header. This should be like name plus this is interesting. I guess we could just give it like number we could give it like this is pretty funny. We could do yeah, so we want num params comma space, and then we can do like we can do number of params, and then we can do like stack bytes, like something like that maybe. Oh, we need std to string that, and then we also need to std to string that as well. There we go. Yeah, so that should be kind of readable. Yeah, I kind of like how that looks. We should probably have like a different symbol for this as well. This is interesting actually. I kind of want to like add more indent somehow, but I feel like that would make a bit of a mess. So I think we could just like leave this as this maybe. We could probably like add braces in some way. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. I don't know. We'll leave it at this for now. I'll just add like a to-do here. Braces question mark. Some sort of grouping. Let's add a to-do for myself later. And by later I mean tomorrow. We will check or figure out function to string representation. Okay. Okay. Now we can. I think we can kind of just clean up the rest of this as we go. Here we want header plus new line character plus the rest of that. I guess we could double new line, and then that makes sense as well. How do you manage to stream during school? Yeah, it's definitely rough. There are a lot of days where it's like I have to pick between like doing homework, streaming, and like spending time with friends, or it's like a 3-choose-2 sort of scenario, and it's just kind of rough. I think the biggest thing for me is like if I'm really, I guess it's just like making sure that I have the time set aside. I have to like be a little bit more deliberate with my scheduling as well. And then it also just like helps me plan around having to stream at least. Beyond that, I don't really have too much advice because I honestly struggle with it as well. So yeah, that's kind of just like the reality of being a student, but it is what it is. Okay, let's change this. Like that. This is not instructions anymore, is it? Yeah, it's functions now. Yeah, it's like that, and I think that's pretty good. Instead of this, we want std string res. We can just like do that, and then we can just add on to that as we go. Yeah, let's do it like that. I'm not sure what the best way to, I guess label we do double new lines after, or double new lines before. So this should be fine to just concatenate against each other. So we want auto, so function in functions, and then we can return res after. So we want res add f get wait, what type is this? This is a unique pointer to function, so we want toString. What's wrong here? Oh, this is private. Oh wait, I forgot to there we go. First try. Okay, so this works now. Okay. Now, this is a pretty short function, so. Actually, we should probably do it in a way that adds white space between functions. Maybe here I will collapse it down so that labels don't have white space between them. I'm not really sure how I feel about how that would look. Yeah, like this would definitely condense down a little bit. I think it would help a little bit just for like readability in files with like a lot of labels, and I don't think it really hurts. I don't think there's an instance where it like hurts readability at least. But I'll worry about that in a bit. For now, I want to just like refactor this and put that in a commit. Let's just do that for now. This probably won't build, so I'm not even gonna try. Because I have to fix everything around it at least. Initial lir rewrite. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back because I need to go to the bathroom. But after that, I will probably clean up this formatting, and then we will clean up everything so that it actually all builds. Yeah, don't burn down the house while I'm away. I'll be quick. Okay, I'm back. Okay, switch scenes. We're back. Okay, that was a little slow, but I'm present. Okay, let's fix the. Maybe we wait a bit for the 2-string output actually. Yeah, I think I wait a bit. We'll see how awful this looks first, and then we will figure out what to do from there. Rod, the stream is up and my fault. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's see, where do we even go here? This is very messy. The way we tile, I guess the way we do everything here actually is a little bit different now. I guess we start with tree gen. So we need to change our data structures for this. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be awful. Okay, we need to figure out what to do here then. Crikey. Okay. So list of forest I think is still fine. Ironically, this seems to have stood pretty well, I think. Right? Because in MIR to LIR, I think we do like, we treat it as like per function, right? Yeah, it looks like this is kind of sorted per function, so I think that makes things a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, it's per function tree. So we need to edit merge first, I believe. This is awful. What do we do with this? Oh, that's not what I wanted to open. Okay. So this is a copy, I think. So yeah, that should be a copy. So we should just be able to make merge trees void. I think it's already void, right? Yeah, this already is. I guess we get result, so we can kind of just like assemble this as we go, maybe? Yeah, we can just like split this up into like distinct lists at least. I think this doesn't have a lot of work for us, to be honest. Yeah, we can. I guess we need like a clear function maybe? Is that kind of all we need to add? I guess we already do sort of clear in that way. I guess we could probably throw it at the top here. Yeah, we can do that maybe. Yeah. Okay. So we need to merge trees. And then we need to kind of just like preemptively create the new list, I think. So we have the merger, we have the program trees. So we want like, we'll see how strong type inference is. It turns out not strong enough. Okay. Okay, so we want like std vector of, what type is this? Std vector of lar tree. Or wait, node, I think. Node star? Something looks wrong. I forgot a brace. So what type is this? This is a list of unique pointer of a node. So vector of stood list of. Oh lord, this is awful. Maybe I should be using list actually. Now that I think about it. Uh-oh. Wait, I should definitely use list. What am I doing? Oh, it's already a list. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Nothing to see here. So we have a list of node star. What's wrong here? Oh, we need stood unique putter to node star. What is wrong here now? Oh, it's just node. Yeah, okay. There we go. That doesn't look terrible to look at all. Just a very long line. But yeah, okay. That seems reasonable enough. And then we just need to change the way we do this. So fn trees and merge trees. So this is instructions. So we kind of want to make this appear as well, which is kind of awful, but it is what it is. So we want a list of what type do we want the list to be? Oh, let's go to my son. I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you've been doing all right. I have been in compiler backend land for a little bit too long. It's been quite rough. Yeah, just a lot of agonizing over design details, at least. Yeah, we can just do that, right? Yeah, and then we can do functions. Yeah, we can do that. Set instructions, we can do like functions like that. That's the part that's actually good for getting compiler job. Yes, exactly. But by God, it's difficult. Yeah, so, okay, let's just do the nested lists. This should be a ref again. There we go. And then functions, push back, stood, move. Then we want Tyler, get result. Like that, right? What is this? This is a list of unique pointer of instruction. Oh, we need to make the, whoops, okay. So what I yanked? That's what I yanked. So auto instructions equals that. Today's streams inspire me to continue learning. That makes me feel very good actually. I'm glad that this is at least somewhat inspirational to someone. Do you still play Valorant? I came back over winter break to 5 stock with my cousins, but got hooked. Damn, unlucky. I do still play some Valorant here and there. The amount has definitely died down though. I cannot left click the same way I used to, unfortunately. Okay, so we want to function make unique function Oh, wait, we need to keep track of stack space somehow. That's really annoying. So we'll just do 0 and 0 for now. To do, keep stack space. Stack space and num args, I believe, is what I'm missing info-wise. I'll do that next time, I think. Right now I just wanted to build. So we want to fix that and then preserve num params and stack bytes. Yeah, let's do that. That seems like a good temporary measure. Yeah, that looks good. That should run at least, maybe. Hopefully. This looks, yeah, these are all kind of compartmentalized, so I think those shouldn't change that much. Yeah, none of this should also really change. It's all properly abstracted. So we just need to fix interference and liveness now. So let's add source backend. Oh, I need to update. Not merge trees, tile trees. I need to clear between, I believe, in a similar way as this. Yeah, we want tile. Actually, do we need to? I don't think we care, right? Yeah, we don't particularly care, I think, actually. Right? I guess we are supposed to care, but like we don't really do anything with it. Right? Does this make sense? Maybe I should just clear after get result, actually. That might be cleaner. Yeah, let's try it like that, actually. Or actually, does the move clear? No, it does. No, this is dumb. No, I do need to do it like that. Yeah, so this one's fine. I probably need like a reset function though for tile. Reset, maybe we could just call it. So we want assembly clear. Yeah, so let's throw this into here real quick. Yeah, so the bottom. So I guess we would like do this maybe. Okay, well, yeah, that was a little bit inefficient, but we did it. I think that's good. Maybe I should probably do it in the same way here, but whatever, it'll be fine. Okay, so we have tree tiler reset. So where do we want it to call this again? So we tile the tree. Or actually, this is fine. We make all that stuff and then we should reset down here, I think? Or do we reset up here, I guess? I guess this probably is the cleanest. Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that at a glance at least. One second. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we can add this real quick. I guess we changed everything, which is really funny. So we fixed stuff around MIR to LIR to work with rewrite. I guess compile. Format. Which file is this? The other one. So is this one? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, let's see if this even builds. Oh, okay. Yuck. Okay, so we need to fix liveness, we need to fix interference. And then I think we're good to go. Where is my mouse? Okay, found it. Alright, let's see. Oh lord. Okay, we need to change this up a little bit. This is like a bit of a headache. So I think I'll just fix that next time. I'll just add that to the to-do list. Yes, this all falls under like group by function. So we want to fix liveness and what's it called? Not liveness, interference. You know, the other thing I was working on today. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid for today. This is going to send me an email because it doesn't build. And that's always what happens, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. It really helps out with the algorithm and gets my content out to more of you. While you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live and chat with everyone else in the community. I also recently added a bunch of goose emojis, so it's if you use Discord and have Nitro and have no other reason, that is a good reason to join. And also, my GitHub and my LinkedIn are in the description as well. Feel free to add me on those to stay up to date with what I'm doing. And last and I guess probably least actually, if you wish to support me financially, my GitHub sponsors is also there in the description. Feel free to donate if you wish. Yeah, I'm gonna go now and probably just rest for the rest of today. Maybe finish up one homework. Take care, y'all. Take it easy. And have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.